There's a pattern in human behavior that's fascinating. We tend to assume that things will work a certain way, but then reality hits and surprises us. Take relationships, for instance. Common sense tells us that chasing someone is the way to go, right? But have you ever stopped to wonder why the things we expect to work so often don't? And why the stuff that seems to go against logic is what ends up changing everything? In this journey through psychology, I'm diving into 6 scenarios where common sense takes a back seat, and the unconventional becomes the key to success. From attraction to communication, these counterintuitive principles will redefine how you navigate life. By the end of this exploration, you'll learn how to wield the power of seemingly paradoxical tactics that could reshape your interactions, leaving you equipped with the tools to influence and connect with others in unexpected and powerful ways. Welcome to 100 Quotes. 1. The chase effect. When chasing love actually makes it flee. Ever wondered why the person you pursue always seems to drift further away? The chase effect suggests that our relentless pursuit can make others retreat. It's like playing a game of cat and mouse. The more you chase, the more they run. And there's a psychological explanation behind this phenomenon. When you chase something, you become hyper-focused on obtaining it. This intense focus narrows your perspective and reduces your ability to consider other aspects of the situation. In the context of love, this means that you may overlook red flags or ignore warning signs simply because you're so caught up in your desire to be with that person. But here's the twist. When you back off, you reclaim your agency and make room for the possibility of them choosing to come back to you. Taking this break doesn't mean giving up. It's about shifting your mindset from chasing to creating space for mutual growth and understanding. And here's some food for thought. Have you ever noticed that when you stop chasing a person or a dream, it often comes back to you in a different, perhaps better form? That's because sometimes what we desire is not meant to be captured, but to be earned through patience and self-awareness. 2. Silent strength. How quiet confidence wins arguments. We live in a world that often rewards those who speak up, who stand out, who are the loudest in the room. But what if true power lies in knowing when to hold back? Think about it. The art of persuasion is often linked to the power of silence. By not immediately reacting or defending yourself, you give yourself a chance to gather your thoughts, analyze the situation, and choose your words wisely. It's like saving your energy for the right moment, ensuring that when you do speak, your words carry more weight. One way to practice this is through mindful breathing. When faced with a heated situation, take a deep breath, count to 5, and then respond. This pause allows you to step back, even if just for a moment, and approach the situation with a clearer mind. Remember, it's not about being passive or avoiding conflict. It's about being intentional with your responses and recognizing that sometimes the most powerful statement is the one you don't make. 3. Turning the tables. How to handle guilt manipulation. Got a friend who always asks for favors and then makes you feel guilty when you say no? Or maybe you've been in situations where someone brings up past actions to manipulate you. Guilt is a heavy burden, especially when it's used as a tool. That's why it's essential to recognize guilt manipulation for what it is and set healthy boundaries. Next time someone tries to manipulate you with guilt, say, "I can't," firmly, and leave it at that. No need to explain or justify yourself. Over-apologizing only gives manipulators more power. It's about drawing a line and sticking to it. Remember, you don't owe anyone endless favors, and by standing your ground, you teach people how to treat you. It's not selfish to protect your own well-being. And in the long run, true friends will respect your boundaries and won't resort to guilt trips to get their way. 4. Doubting your strengths. Why your weaknesses? get more attention than your successes. Imagine walking into a job interview and focusing on all the things you think you might mess up on, like stumbling over your words or having a nervous laugh. What if instead you were to visualize yourself confidently answering questions and making a great impression? Your outlook and performance might just change. It's like a mental game where your beliefs shape your reality. But here's the challenge. Society often puts us in situations where we're more likely to notice our weaknesses than our strengths. For example, have you ever spent hours crafting a project only to have one small part of it go wrong, and that's all people focus on? The trick to navigating this is to acknowledge your weaknesses without letting them define you. Know what you're prone to tripping on and work on improving those areas. But also celebrate your wins, big and small. Remember, you're not defined by your missteps. You're shaped by how you rise after them. 5. The art of disagreement. When going against the flow can be the right move. Have you ever been in a group setting where everyone agrees to a plan that you know isn't the best? Maybe you're planning a party, and everyone loves a beach location, but you know that weather is unpredictable in that area. Speaking up means going against the flow, but sometimes that can lead to better outcomes. In situations like this, voicing your disagreement can lead to a better decision. Your voice might spark alternative ideas or uncover potential problems that others haven't considered. Being the first to speak up isn't about starting a fight. It's about initiating a more thoughtful and comprehensive discussion. After all, many groundbreaking innovations came about because someone dared to question the status quo. So the next time you see a problem or have a solution, don't be afraid to speak up. Your disagreement could be the catalyst for positive change. 6. The unspoken truth. How silence can win. Arguments and build connections. Have you ever been in an argument where you just stopped talking? The silence could be uncomfortable, but it might have been the turning point in the conversation. In psychology, there's a concept called the refractory period. It's like a cool-down timer for arguments. When things get heated, people tend to dig in their heels and become entrenched in their positions. But during the refractory period, there's a shift. It's a brief pause where people are more open to considering other viewpoints. Using silence effectively involves timing. In the heat of the moment, when emotions are high, silence might not yield the best results. Wait for a lull in the intensity before you start speaking again. This pause provides an opportunity for both parties to reflect on what has been said. It allows them to step back from the emotional aspect of the argument and assess their position more objectively. During this time, people might realize the strength or weakness of their arguments, or might even discover new perspectives they hadn't considered before. And here's the kicker. In the end, the party that breaks the silence first often sets the tone for the resolution of the argument. It's like taking the lead in shaping the outcome. If you use the unspoken time to collect your thoughts and present a balanced perspective, it could lead to a more favorable resolution. But if you jump in with defensiveness or anger, you might escalate the conflict further. In the intricate game of human interaction, the rules aren't always what they seem. Logic would suggest that the loudest, most persistent voice carries the day. But in the realm of human psychology, it's the subtle, unexpected moves that can shift the entire game. As we navigate through life's social landscapes, it's not about shouting the loudest or chasing the fastest. It's about mastering the art of the understated move, the quiet confidence that resonates, the strategic silence that speaks volumes. These are the hidden gems of social intelligence that can turn the tables in your favor. And the good news is, these skills are like chapters in a book. You can start at any point, learn the rules, and apply them to your life. Remember, you're not just a player in this game. You're the author of your social story. Write each chapter with intention. Learn from every experience. And above all, keep rewriting until you craft a narrative that's uniquely yours. Because in the grand theater of life, the spotlight is on you, and the script is in your hands.